A euphoric tumult of mixed emotions. Of jubilation and sorrow caused by the illumination of the Holy Sepulchre permeates the atmosphere of the Magnificat evening in Jerusalem, not only the pious people watching, but the entire basilica, consecrated by the candles of the Greek Patriarch. Take part in it, the venerable companions in the faith. Christ's predictions about the millennial generation were discussed only in the bustling the streets of San Francisco, not in the corridors of Moscow or the cafes of Paris. Contrary to popular belief, these predictions are being murmured in Jerusalem, the epicenter of end-time writing, as proof of God's eternal attachment to this holy land and the place where events of unrivaled significance from the dawn of Israel to its miraculous return, it has been chosen by our Almighty Father. It has always been an arduous test in which the faith has been tested, and historical events have resonated throughout the ages. Recently, many scholars have recently devoted their works to Jerusalem, documenting miraculous occurrences and mysterious phenomena that arouse the awe of the faithful living in this ancient fortress of holiness. Profound prophets have discoursed on the dawning Israel and their subsequent Israel's eventual miraculous return, serving as proof of God's eternal favor on Jerusalem. Faith has historically been tested in this city, and the events unfolding within its confines carry a profound meaning that sounds as a divine sign in recent times. Many scholars have devoted their lives to exploring the mysteries and wonders that Jerusalem holds. They have documented their findings, documented in scientific journals. Awe-inspiring for the devout believers. Take a journey with me, dear brothers and sisters, to uncover the mysteries surrounding these mysterious phenomena of the Holy Land, persecution and religious rejection in this sacred metropolis. Come together to delve into the sacred writings and to understand the significance of those recent events that have echoed through time. Don't forget, subscribe, share and affirm to follow this journey of faith. Have you ever been moved to tears? Tears of delight at the wave of unbridled jubilation many of the parishioners of the Church of the Holy One, otherwise known as the Church of the Resurrection, have had exactly such an experience. This holy place, located in the center of Jerusalem, serves not just a tourist attraction, but a beacon of hope and faith for all who visit. Devotees of Christ gather at this sacred place to meditate and strengthen their union with the Supreme Being. The sacred scriptures tell of the inscrutable Santa Claus who guard these miracles by tapping into the depths of the human psyche. This place inspires a deeper understanding of the love and sacrifice of a deity of humanity. These vistas will lead us through the events of Holy Week to commemorate the supreme sacrifice made of Jesus on the cross. Before we delve into the wonders of this sacred sanctuary and reflect on the magnitude of the Redeemer's love, let us pause for a moment of prayer and introspection to express our gratitude for your attention. May this spiritual journey may it be accompanied by the blessings of God. I ask, what is the primary purpose? Does the Santa's Church serve? Are there any religious facilities to dedicate to the observance of the Last Supper in honor of the Apostle Peter? The supper in honor of the Apostle Peter. Moreover, you must dedicate the main religious building in Jerusalem and the worship to the Apostle Peter. Observe the Last Supper. Why? Remember the crucifixion and Jesus' crucifixion and burial. Please, for a moment, about the following question: Together you will find the answer in the following segment of this video. This phenomenon that could serve as physical proof of the resurrection within the holy walls of the Church of the Holy Age may bewilder believers around the world. As a result of scientists gaining access to the Church of the Holy See in Jerusalem, a tomb supposedly belonging to the Lord was recently excavated for scientific study. There were rumors that when the tomb was opened, the scientists were overcome with a heavenly fragrance reminiscent of the saints and Marian apparitions. Although these rumors remained unconfirmed in 189, similar reports were recorded after the earlier discovery of the tomb. Nevertheless, the unusual omens continue. There is evidence that some of the measuring instruments scientists have encountered electromagnetic interference when placed vertically on a stone designed to support the body, Christ's body. These instruments stopped or malfunctioned. Although the scientists could not gain absolute certainty of the divine aromas, evidence of electromagnetic interference provides a more solid basis for speculation. An individual scientist with access to the location confirmed the appearance. A construction crew leader later remarked that it was unlikely that anyone would to risk their reputation for a publicity stunt. In fact, one of the journalists present noticed the surprise of the scientists when they realized that the height of the tomb had exceeded their initial expectations. The electromagnetic interference apparently caused changes in the analysis of the instruments. Nevertheless, the miracles continue. Every year, divine miracles manifest themselves in the form of the miracle of Thanksgiving that takes place on Holy Saturday at Zion Church in Jerusalem. Witnesses this extraordinary event is witnessed. Thousands of people have witnessed this extraordinary event, without exception, for centuries. No other miracle has been recorded. No other miracle has been recorded that has occurred with the same regularity and the sacred fire, a manifestation of divine light, illuminates the marble slab of the tomb in which the corpse of Jesus was buried. After Jesus' crucifixion, believers from all over the world gather annually at the Church of Santa Hecca Church each year with eager and unwavering faith, awaiting the transcendent moment of the release of the sacred fire. Is an ancient practice that is a living link to sacred history. Of the history of mankind, countless witnesses have attested to the sight of the incorporeal light emanating from the marble slab enlightened the spirits of those present and energized them with optimism. When the divine touches the earthly sphere, it inspires deep awe and serves as a reminder of the eternal promise of life and redemption. Despite the efforts of numerous theologians and Bible scholars to understand the nature of this miracle, their explanations have never been enough to convey its magnitude. For a moment it seemed as if the barriers separating heaven and earth had disappeared, allowing the initiate to behold the splendor of the celestial realm in this singular. Emotions overflowed with gratitude and adoration. Watching the sacred fire serves as a timeless and dynamic reminder of the divine presence that resides within us. It's a testament that the divine light continues illuminating us, guiding us on the path to redemption and truth, not even in the depths of darkness. So those who testify to the splendor of the miracle of the gracious fire are encouraged, and their faith is strengthened by tradition. Serves as a vivid reminder that hope persists even in the darkest circumstances because of the eternal nature of God's love and mercy throughout. Throughout history, different people have expressed different perspectives and messages. Sometimes, this phenomenon manifests itself in the form of fire that transcends the normal properties of fire, even passing from one candle to another, over a long period of time. This fire remains incombustible and does not harm the objects with which it comes in contact with. The rapid movement of the spheres of light and of Christ's tombs was observed from the second half of the Passion Day until the appearance of the gracious fire throughout history. The inhabitants of Jerusalem have gathered in the vicinity of the church to witness events such as the miracle of 157 on the 9th and attempts at containment, such as the detonation of pyrotechnics in 1834, according to media reports in 2002. The Israeli army was prepared to use water tanks to prevent the Israelis from participating in the miraculous event, yet none of these attempts were thwarted. The miraculous holy fire continues to burn at the same time and in the same place. Its blazing blaze necessarily reveals to the pious people the divine presence with which it is. The miracle of the sacred fire represents an exceptional, a manifestation of a divine presence that transcends the human of natural laws. Those who are fortunate enough to behold it receive impressive revelations of the power and glory of God in the form of a living sign. Decades have passed since the appearance. Documents detailing not only the manifestation of the sacred fire but also preceding it were several miracles, including lightning and fast-moving spheres of light precede the appearance of this celestial miracle. The resistance of devout people is a challenge when confronted with human attempts to thwart to divine power, such as the threat of using water tanks and explosions, fireworks. Despite their persistent attempts to prevent the sacred fire from manifesting, it continues to blaze the hearts of devout people with its divine radiance. This encounter establishes a connection between those present and the sacred moment of Jesus' resurrection, transcending time and space. This divine miracle serves as a vivid reminder of the guarantee of eternal life and victory over darkness, revitalizing the faith and optimism of those fortunate enough to witness it. So may each flame of the sacred fire serve as a manifestation of the ever-present divine presence in our lives, encouraging us to approach even the most difficult obstacles with unwavering faith and devotion. May the radiance of this heavenly flame illuminate our path to righteousness and salvation until the day when we will be gathered before the throne of God, where every sorrow will be abstinence will be transformed into an eternal. The state of the Bible reveals the benevolence and compassion of Jesus Christ, and the miraculous events of the gracious fire serve as tangible manifestations of this eternal love. In the light of these messages, important questions arise as to whether the blessed fire is a true divine miracle, or does it has a scientific basis that goes beyond natural phenomena. Let's get to the bottom of this mystery in more detail. Many devout people mistakenly believe that the miraculous events known as the holy fire serve as irrefutable proof of the divinity of Jesus Christ, interpreting it as a clear indication of the presence among mankind. Yet there are skeptics who attempt to explain this phenomenon with naturalistic explanation. Some hypotheses suggest that the source of the fire could have been chemical reactions within the stone slab. Others argue that the culprit could have been combustible gases emitted from beneath the ground. However, no scientific explanation has so far failed to explain this miracle in its entirety. For adherents of the Christian faith, who claim that the divine presence and power of God manifest themselves, the blessed fire remains one of the most enigmatic mysteries regardless of personal beliefs. For skeptics it represents a barrier to human understanding of the abiding, the influence of the miraculous flame of grace on Christians throughout the ages is not. The irrefutability of the action transcends of rationality and has a profound impact on those who have contemplated this phenomenon. There is a tradition that unites Christ's followers from different faiths, providing them a spiritual encounter that transcends cultural and language barriers. Pilgrims come from all over the world to witness firsthand the miraculous fire and internalize its profound spiritual teachings. Despite the mystery surrounding its exact characteristics, this fire continues to have undeniable significance in the Christian community. In future videos we will be exploring more deeply this intriguing phenomenon, so stay tuned for updates and discussions on the miraculous, the fire of grace. Always remember that faith leads us where reason cannot, where reason can't go. Take the trouble to introduce you to some of the most unusual anecdotes and incidents from in the field of religion. Expect new, exciting revelations as we explore the spiritual journeys facilitated by the miraculous fire of grace. The significance of this ancient tradition extends beyond individual faith. It serves a symbol of solidarity between Christians and the world, illustrating that they are united by the same divine light. Despite differences in doctrine and practices, pilgrims making long journeys to behold this sacred phenomenon convey the different perspectives and experiences. Each person seeks to find meaning and motivation in the manifestation of the sacred fire of the bountiful fire. Fascinates not only devout people, but also arouses the curiosity and intrigue a huge number of people who do not belong to the Christian community. The increased attention to this phenomenon not only enhances its significance, but also represents an exceptional occasion to spread the message of optimism and of love that it embodies. Thus in the course of our discussion of the miraculous flame of grace, it is important to remember that its influence transcends secular institutions and international borders. It serves as a compelling evidence of the existence of the divine in our world, encouraging people of all faiths to unite in the pursuit of spiritual enlightenment and inner peace.